What's going on, everybody? We are back for another episode of the Motorsports Almanac podcast. We took a heck of a time away, but we are back and we have got a lot to cover tonight. As we said in our title, Mr. Craig Dickey will be here with us, as well as Mr. Kevin Armstrong, the totally out of control brand new Duramax that came out to win Saturday night in Zellwood, Florida, kicking off the NCPA Southern Swing. We have all that coming up for you. We have Satsuma coming up this weekend. And then apparently Cleetus McFarland's going tractor pulling. Cool. Whoa. I'll be
Hemi Brothers.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear how all that came about. And we're going to talk about our return to Gordyville USA in the barn. That was a great time. Mid-America Truck Show is next week. We've got Keystone Nationals going on this weekend as well. And then Hammond, Louisiana is kicking off with Mid-South Pullers. And NHRA has kicked off their 75th anniversary with a bang in Gainesville at the Gator Nats. Boys, where in the world do we want to start? Do we want to go ahead and get drag racing kind of finished up and out of the way?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah.
You fill time pretty easily with that, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say I saw the comparison the other day already being drawn with Maddie Gordon. She's already drawn comparisons. Everybody kind of wondered who the next face would be after John Forrest retired. I think we found it already.
I would tend to agree. She's very personable, and her family, like, she grew up around this stuff, and her and her family are engaged in it. I wish there was, and maybe I didn't get to watch the full broadcast, but perhaps there was. Watching them when they had the alcohol car, the dad was driving, how they came up to the starting line, and they would throw stuff around, throw tools around to each other, and just, it was choreographed between her sister, mom. So they're so fun to watch, and I'm really proud of her. She's done a great job.
I think watching Chasing Speed, which NHRA did on Vice, kind of getting the background beforehand of, like, to those that didn't know the Gordons before that, seeing what they did behind the scenes, that it's not all dudes, it's the two sisters and the whole family doing it all together. And
sure.
That they earn what they achieve. They put in the work, they do the time to get it right, and they do it right all the time. And it pays off. I mean, how many times have you seen her throw around clutch disc like it's no tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
So I think the comparisons are well deserved for her, especially, you know, the way she kind of made her introduction right away with the first round win. I don't think there's any replacement for that type of energy in the NHRA, especially with the expectations coming in when you have like Ron Capps and Don Snake Perdome backing you.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Energy coming on as a big time partner, as well as Carlisle being full in on her. There was an unknown, but there was an exciting unknown to what she was about to do. And I think she exceeded a lot of expectations there in Gainesville.
Yeah, I think she did. I think she definitely set the tone. I mean, who was it that made the post? Was it Mr. Loans himself that was talking about how something just felt different about this Gator Nats?
Yes. Yeah, it was Brian. Yes, you're right.
We'll bring that post up, but in the meantime, our guests have actually jumped in with us, Mr. Kevin Armstrong, and I think Craig Dickey's with him as well. Hey guys, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Great. You guys got to be feeling pretty good after this past weekend.
Get it set up.
Oh.
Can
you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Can you turn your phone sideways, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Perfect. What's going on, guys? Y'all look like you're chilling out, having a little bit of fun.
I mean, kind of. We're just hanging out down here in nice sunny Florida.
How is it down there? Is it nice and warm, unlike Wisconsin right now, getting about a foot of snow an hour?
It's actually it's cool down here at the moment, but like today it was sunny and 60. You couldn't ask for nicer working weather. We kind of worked on the trucks and checked things over on things we had to take care of, and
sure.
Kind of going through everything we still got on my trucks. We got to put a rear end in one tomorrow, but kind of checked things over on Kevin's. We got a few things to go, but everything checks out pretty good. So
I wondered when they had to bring out the SkyTrack to take CK2 off that what had gone on back there.
Yeah, it took the rear end out right at the line, so that was must have been hurt from diesel in dark corners, and it just kind of sat all winter. And I guess we probably should have did better inspecting, but sometimes the rear ends just decide they want to leave.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about this totally out of control truck. Brand new truck, first appearance in super stock competition with it. What was y'all's expectations going into the weekend in Florida that made you guys go, okay, we're going to go for it right off the bat, run the Grand National Tour? And lo and behold, you're sitting here with the points lead right now.
That's all up to Kevin.
Well, Craig piloted the truck for us. I had a little bit of difficulty the night before in the test and tune kind of practice, and couldn't get it off the line. Didn't have the RPM gauge quite working right for me, but Craig seems to be able to run them without that RPM gauge pretty good. So he was able to make the truck shine. It's pretty impressive to go out the first time and get a win with it. So we're pretty proud of all the work we put into it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you didn't start right in super stock 4x4 action, right? You had a 3.0 at one point.
I had a 3.0, then I still have a 3.6, and we decided to move up because just struggling with the 3.6, having no pulls anywhere. And East Coast has also moved into super stock, so the truck's kind of left out without having any pulls anywhere to go to.
I dug through every folder I have of photos. I worked at HSP back when that 3.0 truck got built, and I tried to find a photo of it for tonight, and I just could not come up with it. But it was gorgeous, just like the new one is.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we still have it. We're hoping to do a little work on it, maybe put a super motor in it and go run super stock with it also.
Oh, really? So we're going to see a second one.
Could, maybe very well.
Well, the more the merrier. That it seems like the super stock class in particular here over the last what would you say, the last 3 years at least has just skyrocketed with new builds?
I would say almost year and a half to two, because it's been, I had this conversation with another builder out in the East Coast a couple of nights ago, and if you look at the amount of new builds or the ones going from either 3.6 up or whatever, it has got to be the fastest accelerating class in the country.
It has to be.
There is new builds everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people are jumping into the class. The nice part about super stock diesel 4-wheel drive is the rules are pretty simple. You know, it's a class you really can't cheat. Your engine's 460 cubic inch. You can have 3 turbos and 2 stages maximum, and a 26-inch hitch height. You know, the rest is all general rules, but you don't get the complaining. The guys pulling in the circuit, the camaraderie is just awesome. You know, everybody's friends until the hook drops. That's what Van always tells me. So that's a great thing. And our goal as everybody, I would say, in the super stock class is we want to see everybody go down the track. I mean, whatever it takes to get somebody down the track, if it's spare parts you have, tools, whatever, everybody in our class wants to see everybody go down the track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of the right things I like about pulling. You know, everybody's wanting to help everybody until the hook's in the hitch. So another thing I want to ask you guys, what is this like for you, Craig? Because you were kind of the pioneer and have really worked on the Duramax on the Superstock diesel side of things with the Cummins Killer truck. I think it ended up being 4 out of the 12 trucks were Duramaxes this past weekend.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild. I mean, you know, we went from, and I guess I can't speak for Kevin, but we went from having 1 Duramax on the Grand National circuit to 4 of them there, you know, in under a year's time. So yeah, we got 2 of them, and we're always testing and trying new stuff. But the part I get is guys like Kevin and Jaden Littman, they entrusted us to get these Duramaxes put together and make them reliable, which we've done, as everybody knows, a pilot testing the last couple of years to do that, and really kind of studied things and spent a lot of time on the dyno trying to figure the Duramax out and just see where the best place scenario is for them to run. And I would say we kind of found that they're pretty reliable. They run week after week. We're not, tearing them down every weekend like we used to do. Heck, the motor in the truck behind us has been in there for a year and a half, and we haven't touched it. Unfortunately, we probably should touch it, but sometimes when they run, you just leave them alone, because when you go tear them apart, that's when things have more problems.
Mm-hmm.
Am I to I saw a post today. Am I to understand there may be a fifth one coming?
Boy, that's news to me, because the only other one, there's 5 of these in the country that I'm aware of, and it's my 2, Kevin's truck, Jaden's truck, and Randy Overton up in Canada. So those are
Right.
the 5 that I'm aware of.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
if someone else is coming out with something else, I'm not aware of that, and good luck to them.
All right, Charles, are you talking the GMC body by Premier?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's actually that'll be what we call a cross dresser. That'll have a Cummins engine in it.
Gotcha.
So Premier, so we originally bought 7 of these carbon fiber bodies out of California, and they did an awesome job for us. And we put one on Kevin's truck, one on our truck, one on Jaden's truck. Premier took 2 of them, but those will have Cummins engines in them, and then 2 of them went down to Texas. So so yeah, there is a few of these bodies out there floating around.
And I have to tell you, if you're have any opportunity this summer to get near one of these trucks, like the factory GM door parts bolt right in it, you get up close to it, the weld seams are simulated in this carbon fiber body. I mean, they are perfect replicas of OEM Detroit steel. That you guys did a great job with that. They're absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, and that's all thanks to the guys down at Fiberworks, like I said, in California. Jason was an awesome guy to work with down there. We've met with him a few times, and we've made some changes on things we've seen. He's been great to work with. Anytime we see a change or something that doesn't work, they're right on it. They change it, and it's just it's taken time. Don't get me wrong, but they've come out really well, like you said, Charles.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
go ahead, Wyatt. Sorry.
Go ahead. I lost my train of thought there.
So I was going to ask you guys, now that you've had the experience with the triple and the big single, it's only been one weekend, of course, but what are you seeing in terms of drivability and how that all seems to work together? Is it going to affect how much ice you need to use in the intercooler? What changes are you seeing being the giant single versus the triples?
We're not seeing a lot of changes. We drive them totally different, like everybody else knows how we drive them. We're kind of to the point where we run them like a pro stock. I would say, I wouldn't say we're all in on the line, but we're not too far off the line, and we're all in on the throttle, and use a little bit of clutch management to operate our trucks, but it's all on feel. As far as the 6 inches go, I mean, what we're seeing on the dyno is they're doing pretty good, and I think they're better than the triple. I would say just the drivability of them, yeah, might not be really there, but I know on the dyno on that 6 inch, I can pull it down to 4,800 RPM and it don't chirp it. So you just got to leave high with them and get them warmed up, but they stay alive pretty easy.
Maybe you don't want to give this away, but what is it about your setup and your development that you seem to be able to come out of the hole way upstairs more so than anybody else, or I'll put it out there, the Cummins guys do?
I think it's just all on how you drive them. See, I've always used the clutch more than I've used my throttle. and sometimes, some cases, it's got me in trouble. But we've had fairly good luck with running our truck that way, and I guess I like to come out of the hole upstairs a little farther, because you seem to have less of that bounce that you see in the rear of these trucks. They'll get that hook bounce, stuff like that. And I think if you're a little more upstairs, turbos are lit a little harder. It's easier if you get into that. You can get yourself back out of it if it does happen.
By being in that position and having higher RPM, I guess it's a scenario where, and you can tell me if I'm way out of left field with this. You're in a certain way killing the torque by being in the higher RPM band, where you got the horsepower available to you, but you're not having that grabby leverage that maybe does contribute to some of that bounce.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100% on that.
Wow, I said something right. Holy shit.
No, I would agree 100%, because you're pulling the torque back, but the problem is sometimes I've found on some of these tracks that they'll catch the other guys off guard because they're low RPM, and then all of a sudden they hook hard, and they kind of have a hard time digging out of that hole trying to get them turbos alive. Where if mine hooks hard, all I got to do is lean on the throttle a little harder. My turbos are always already wound up.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. You went where I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
does that translate somewhat? And I could also be in left field here. Does it translate different? Does a track saying have a little bit of a ramp to it, or a different sled type you're hooking on, like a Bauer versus a Bungard, or indifferent? Does that matter?
I guess to me, I've never treated either sled different. I know some sleds come out of the hole harder than the other, but by the time you've got all that figured out, you're already 150 feet down the track, so it doesn't matter at that point. You just got to get out there.
Okay.
Fair point. So where's y'all's expectations going into this weekend? Like, what data did y'all gather from Zellwood? I know the dirt's a little bit different than what y'all are probably used to in other places, but I mean, I gotta give it to the guys there last week, and the track was tough all the way around.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the track it actually held together a lot better than we thought it would. We pulled up there, we're used to seeing that tacky clay and a lot of binder, but they did a good job of having the track rolled in to where it did take some power to get these trucks down the track. Even though looking at them, we were like, oh boy, this is just sand. All we're going to do is spin and dig a hole. It wasn't the case by any means.
Yep. They certainly put a bunch of water in there. I think I heard at one point there was about 30,000 gallons of water into that dirt, which is a crazy amount to begin with. But then you had Mother Nature give you a little bit more on, I think, Thursday night before the test passes happened. But now your Satsuma, from what I understand, has more clay in it to begin with, right?
I don't know that it does. We're actually looking at the track right now. It's directly in front of us. And I mean, it's hard to say. It might have more clay, but the sand is different over here, where the sand was more like beach sand, I would say, in Zellwood. And I would say this sand out here is more like a blow sand. So it might have clay in it to kind of hold it together, but it's a softer sand at that.
That's going to make for an interesting loop. Charles, you had the privilege of getting to watch these guys again this weekend. I'll be watching from Indiana probably on Saturday night at least.
It's fun to see you guys out there, and I tell you what, the bark of those big singles on a V8.
It's kind of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to see an alternative. I love the class and what you guys all present, and just to see something different is really cool. I'm looking forward to the future where there's more alternatives, where guys like Jesse Warren and Tommy Hassler come out with power stroke alternatives too, and just mix it up and make it fun.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank y'all for y'all's time and good luck.
Sounds good. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for having us
man.
on.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on with us for sure. It's great to see a new engine or different engine combination at the top, I should say.
Yeah, that truck of Kevin's, it came out beautiful truck. He picked out some good colors. I got to thank all my guys back at the shop. Kevin and his guys at his shop came out to our place and helped us on this build, and it come out, I got to say, flawless. I mean, I can't really think of one thing that I would pick apart or try to change right away, but it's a beautiful build.
It is.
Sure, absolutely.
See you guys Friday. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good. We'll see you, Charles. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
See you guys. Absolutely. Wow. Well, that was a lot of fun. Learned a lot there in a hurry about what they found as far as turn a single charger as opposed to the 3. I think he was trying to turn 3 at one point, wasn't he? Or has he always been single charger?
Well,
Craig.
I don't know. CK2, I don't know. 3 has been triple.
Yeah, 3 has been triple since its inception. 2 has always had 1 on it.
Yeah.
Because before its rebirth, it was 3.0 or 3.6, one of the two.
I think it was 3.6.
Yeah.
I think so too. I cannot remember, but no, that I'm really excited to see how Satsuma goes. That track, from what I've been told, is a little more clay-ish like. They've put in a lot of clay into that place over the years. Mark Kelsey owns the facility, so he's going to definitely build it. I think he's the one building the track this time. I'm not real sure, but man, we've got so much other stuff going on. I kind of want to jump into our return to Gordyville, in the barn. I really didn't know what in the world to expect going back there, because they told us how renovated it was and everything else in between it. And it really is. It's so much cleaner. It's so much neater than it used to be. The people that own that facility now have done a fantastic job, letter A, renovating, and letter B, keeping it as clean as it is. But man, that dirt's underneath that horse arena, and boy, here we go.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock to walk into there. As clean and as bright as it is, and now this go around, having the box seats be behind the columns instead of in front of them, man, it made that place feel huge. Last time I was there, it felt like you were pulling in a closet. It felt tiny. But yeah, the mean old track is still down there underneath the sand.
Yeah, it was, And here's the thing. I think the breakometer was at a even dozen, right?
13.
So
we
found out right off the bat on Thursday that we were going to be tough because light limiteds were doing light limited things, putting all the power down to the track. And I don't think anybody would argue the pass that we saw where the breakage happened. I think we were fixing to shake up the top 2, if not take the lead with it. Talk about Brian Miller's case of alcoholism. Ironically, he had that thing apart already by Saturday. I think he went home Friday morning, and by Saturday he had the rear end all tore apart and everything else.
Surprise level 0.
Yeah. That dude does not know the answer no, especially because that is the second time in the last, I would say, 5 passes of that tractor, unfortunately, where he's had to deal with some type of breakage, and he's going to go right back to putting it back together and doing the same thing it's always done, and that's go down the track and win most times. So,
yeah, he finally got the monkey off his back with Clint Tucker pull at Cloverdale, and then this. But
he was fixing to try 2 for 2. I don't think
he was going.
But
he
man,
was absolutely going.
Yeah, but red letters. I mean, it was just his weekend, I think. The way he ran the prelim and then the way he ran the final, I mean, you can't – that tractor's on tear right now.
Yeah, I would agree. It was very, very impressive how well it ran. Yeah, he was not going to be denied.
No, he wasn't.
On that.
And then the 2 Kentucky boys got number 2 and number 3. And then I'll tell you one of my favorite classes was 4-1s on Friday night as well.
They put on a show.
We had a stacked old lineup of 4-1s up there. My goodness. It was awesome to see. And the fact that we got to play in the sand pile was also a little bit of fun too. But, got to give it to Josh Dutton and his return with time for just one more. The breakage he had at Nashville, ironically, I've not seen a class video of that one yet from Nashville. I don't know if the guys that were there just haven't gotten them done or if they're just choosing to not release them, which is might be for the better. But he told me he didn't know that he was going to make it until like Monday. And that thing just got put back together that week, and the smile that he had on his face down the winner's circle on Saturday night told you everything you need to know from September till now.
He was fired up to do what he did, and deservedly so. Good guy, and he needed that bounce back.
Agreed. Yeah, that tractor, when it is on, and it is very tough to beat. And a setback it's just like Brian Miller. Setback like that is not going to deter Josh. He's going to go back, put it back together, and try and kick your butt the next time around.
Yeah, I mean, we had the first indoor shot for Errol Dominguez from Louisiana with Sugar Rush. I think he learned a little bit. I think he'll admit from whenever he made his first run indoors, especially on a track like Gordyville. And then, I got to see Richard Dovies for the first time in person since he's converted to 4-1 from 85 Limited Pro. The Bowsmans put on a heck of a show as always. And it's just that class all the way around was just so it was fun to call, but it was also fun to watch from a fan perspective, in my opinion.
I'll be interested to see what Errol does this weekend at Satsuma. He was pitted right next to the Bowsmans at Zellwood, and to seeing what's next this coming weekend with that.
Sure. I don't know if he's going there for sure.
I think
Hammond's kind of a hometown hook for him, so he might be going there.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. Mid-South is kicking off their weekend in Hammond, Louisiana.
Yeah, he's not on the lineup. He's not on the lineup for Satsuma, so I'm assuming it's him.
No, that's our loss then. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys want, Hammond's going on to Pro Pulling TV, I think is what's going to be going on there. I mean, there's just so much pulling to watch everywhere this weekend. I haven't heard who's doing the live stream for Keystone yet, though, or if there's going to even be one. I haven't seen anything or anything like that.
If there is one, I would
Richardson do it. Richard Eastern Extreme.
Either that or would Will do it?
Yeah, that'd be the other one. Yeah, that'd be the other one.
Hang on, man. I'm looking to see, or the live stream. It's still on the website.
But going back to Errol, I think I don't blame him honestly for going to a pull in Louisiana, because how many times can he pull a 4-1 like that in Louisiana? Many times?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
No question. Yeah, of course,
especially around home.
Yeah.
But it's.
Yeah. I do hate that those two pulls fall on the same weekend, though. Hopefully they kind of separate out in the future. I really hope so.
Well, what do you do? I mean, Hammond's been
weekends.
There's only so many weekends, I know.
Yeah, how many times has Hammond been in March? So
yeah, sure. But I don't know. The rumors going around there might be more events next year down south from the rumors I've heard. So we'll see what happens there, I suppose. But Riot, back to the Gordyville thing. Credit to Roof. Burke and Starkey.
Ruoffs, they had on the verge of a meltdown and bounced back strong. They impressed. They were impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of storylines. There's ones that stick in your mind, but there's also a lot of storylines that may not be at the top of your list that are very mentionable when it comes from these events, because there's so many. Yeah, there's so many classes. Dang it, there's a lot of classes at that event.
Yep.
Yeah, so. Bradley Surgeon said Hammond's a very good show for sure. Looking forward to going back down there this weekend. One of the fun things about that pool is that you never know who's going to be there.
Yeah, I got a text message from a two-wheel drive friend. Never been down there. Going to try some new stuff with the new engine combination.
Who's going?
Andy Skinner.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me too much. I figured they'd be coming back, hang out Mid-South at some point.
Well, they got some different plans this summer. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
that's the fun part about this time of year, where yeah, you're seeing all this new stuff and people trying things. And, you know, I'll go right back to Zellwood. I mean, we had a bunch of brand new iron coming out and making a rip. So it's fun to see that and being on the ground floor for these introductory laps and seeing the early success that so many of these people have had.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And, you know, I mean, let's go back to Jaden's truck, really. I mean, there's a lot of us that knew it was coming. It was kind of a cool surprise for everybody else to see, like, hey, it's not a Cummins this time. They're going back to the Duramax days and when they were going to get lit in 3.0. Now super stock. So
Yep. It was asked in Rudy Lindhorst. I'm sorry if I didn't reply to you. The Ram is the one that's going to go to Europe. The Duramax is staying here. So yeah, Jaden Littman and Something to Prove, they're going to take the Ram over to Europe and run it over there this spring. So that'll be kind of cool too. Diesel super stock trucks has never been pulled on the continent, and that's going to be neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it really will be.
Hell, what? Not even just diesel. How many 4-wheel drives, like from here 4-wheel drive type, has been over there ever?
True. You know what? You might be right on that, Wyatt. I don't think any. Because
they're closest to what we have is 2-wheel drive when Blake Grace brought Dark Horse, and other than that,
there's something in me that wants to say that maybe Smith's 3 Bears went over there, but I could be wrong on that.
I mean, there's a lot of the older generation pullers that have been over before. I mean, Shane, you and I and Zach had this conversation before. We were naming off all sorts of pullers going to either Ahoy or Mata or a Europe. Yeah. Like now, Jaden's. Like we were talking, maybe Jane's the first one to go to Stroh. When was the last time, or any time, that an American's been to make a pull Stroh?
Yeah,
I don't think any has ever been to Stroh. It's always been, you know, Fuchsdorf or Mata or Ahoy. Rest in peace. I wish that pull would come back.
Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of names, a lot of legendary names. I mean, we were naming off before. Bill Leichner driving the Bobcat teams. I mean, Bauer's been there. Joe Ader, the Boyds. I mean, Galat. Tons have been over there. So he'll go back to Kathy Archer and the Black Widow, bringing 5. Yep. So it's going to be cool to see. I mean, it's going to be something they, especially people that have not traveled here, we're going to see something they've never seen before in person.
Mm-hmm.
So,
quite
an exposure. Shane, do we want to address Dylan's comment there about Pro Stock 4-wheel drive?
Pro Stock 4-wheel drive.
Are we talking 3.6 Pro Stock, or are we talking Pro Stock as a naturally aspirated?
He's probably asking about that naturally aspirated. I'm not
naturally aspirated.
I'm not sure.
Yes, because Hammond's got 3.6 2-wheel drive, 4.1 Superform Light Limited. So 3 Pro Stock diesel, yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Next,
let's see what else we got going on. Keystone, they've got all their lineups out for sure, and they just released the 510 Hot Farm list, actually. Which I'll be honest with you, there's a couple on here that surprised me a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, Carrington's one of them.
Find it. Yeah, Carrington's going.
Geiger,
Mike Dixon from down here is going as well.
Yep. You guys are talking about
Pure,
the Geiger tractor, the yellow industrial type 4450.
Yeah, we need to talk about that one.
I think it's gorgeous.
I asked him, so I flagged the Dark County class, and I asked him, like, hey, he's like, where do you typically run? Because I mean, that was the first time I've ever seen the tractor. And I was just kind of like, oh, okay then. He said he runs NTPA for the most part and travels a lot for the 510 Hot Farm class. And, you know, it's growing a little bit up there. Weaklands had a few of them there at their place. So we will see. Jacob Old, wish they had 4.1 in Keystone. Man, there's not many of them in Pennsylvania. Their version of Limited Pro is Mod Turbo with recast heads up there. I agree with you. I mean, they run it at Weaklands, so
you're in light. Big thing is you're in light pro country out there. I mean, how many of the toughest light pros in the country come from that region? I mean, between the Smiths and Michelocci and Mary the Sagittator and everyone in between. There's a lot of them out there. And that's
load her up and head south, Jacob. I'll save you a spot.
Yeah, sure.
There's a few places you could pull down south this week. You really wanted to.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. Yeah, Super Farm. So I did notice on Super Farm, I think they actually combined Super Farm and their version of Limited Pro because
It's
Nate
kinda like-
Williams is in there.
It's kind of
Michael
like the
Austin, and then
NYTPA.
Bradish. I know Bradish ain't a Super Farm.
I think there's 8 and 4. I think there's 8 Super Farm, 4. It's kind of like NYTPA rule
1, 2.
because you got both McFarland tractors. You got St. Mary. You have both Evander Weirt's, Pugliase's old tractor, which is Sealy from Kentucky's going up.
Yeah, dear friend, unharnessed.
Yep. There's a couple other ones. Chris with Just for Fun. Oh boy, that's the other one because there's a few missing from that region that are not going this year, like Big Game and
Yeah.
Frank Payne. Yeah, there's a few from that region that are not going
This
this
should be
year.
the first time Frank Payne hasn't won in a long time, though. I mean, he's won the thing I don't know how many years in a row.
2 or 3 in a row for sure. But yeah, and their pro stock lineup, I'll say this for their return, is quite stacked. I'll say that much.
Yeah,
Between
it's a good lineup.
Yeah, Big Jake, which is the old Edge of Sundown. You have Bootlegger and Russell's going, both stress case and nut case. Martin's, quite a few actually, quite a few from out there. So
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. So make sure to tune into that one too, or purchase it and then go back and watch it later after you're done watching one of them. But we definitely plenty of ways to support pulling this weekend as a whole. Let's see, what else have we got going on? There's that much. See, we covered Gordyville already.
I guess the last indoor one you could really cover is Mac.
Yeah, we will be there doing media coverage with that. The lineups are out on the PPL website, I think. And there's 16 strong pro stocks.
Yep.
That's for sure. Let's see what else we got here.
Because they got pro stocks
Just
like
looking.
mine.
I had everything all planned out, and then we got Hammond.
There's a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I think what Mac trailer is the last indoor, right?
Yeah, there is.
Realistically, yeah, it's about the end.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're at about the end, and then the April you get a quiet season, and then May, here we go.
Mm-hmm. You go right to either Test and Tunes in May, or you're going to big polls. No in between. Neither one of them. So, because
That was something nice that we did at Zellwood too, was having the test sessions both on Thursday night, and then, excuse me, there were a couple on a Saturday afternoon as well, and I think that was well received. I'd like to see more of that opportunity, really throughout the season. You know, give these guys some grace, where somebody shows up with something and it's unproven, and you know, if there's an opportunity in the morning or the early afternoon, let him get out there and just try it.
going off of that, actually, I don't know how we missed this. What about Blake DeBrow?
Oh God, yeah, his test pass on Saturday afternoon. I went right up to him like, dude, you look like you've been doing this for 100 years. I mean, I was really impressed.
And then he backed it up, and then Saturday night he went right after them all.
Yes, he did. Very impressed.
That has got to be one. Besides Craig winning it in Armstrong's truck, those two, Jaden and Blake, have got to be one of the youngest top threes. Got to be, right?
I would think so. I mean, Blake's
surely.
16, so yeah, I would absolutely think so. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think it is.
how many times have we talked about the next generation coming in? And if that class isn't one of the mix where you have the Godfather and Van and Kent, and even Shane Kellogg, and then you have Blake and Marshall and Jaden and even Tripp coming in, Tripp Hazley, Trent Ingram. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
can go down the list.
exciting.
You can go up and down the list, the variants, the skill levels, the engine combinations. I mean, that is I'll say right here. I mean, what about 2026 being the year of diesel trucks?
I'm there with you, man. I think it's going to be the class of the season. I'm right there with you. These young guns are going to really drive this, and I love it. I think it's going to be awesome. I do agree with you, Wyatt. Yep. 100%.
Because I mean, and we have, and not to shy away from talking about him either, Aiden Hodges. Aiden Hodges won from Chaos out there in Pennsylvania. That man, he's got a wealth of knowledge at his age already, doing his own thing where they're figuring out stuff and what he's bringing to the table, because there's some new stuff coming there too. That 2026 season is going to be one for the books for them, and it is going to be up and down one to watch.
The Lee boys, I mean, they're young guns too. I mean, it's rife with
the
with
class
these young
is getting
students,
younger.
and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey Charles, I just sent you something to take a look at that if you don't care. On I think I texted it to you. But no. I would be curious to know where our little fancy pulling stuff, like where we ended up after this past weekend, because I know I took Adam Bauer, and I would love to know who out of our group took Lindstrom. So waiting to hear from Adam Deckard on that. Oh my!
I was one that took Lindstrom. Sorry, thank you very much.
Did you take Lindstrom?
I did. Yeah.
I don't remember who in the world I took.
Because we have a special primary and a secondary, or a primary and alternate. So, yeah, it's gonna be season to watch. That much. It's gonna be. There's a lot of new. There's a lot of exciting. There's a lot of returning. It's I don't know if you can really pay attention at all, because there's so much stuff happening between top and bottom that it's gonna be one where you're gonna have to pay attention to your own storyline and hear what the others have for storylines in the end.
I wonder. So here's a storyline that I kind of think might become a thing in 2026, and it probably already was in 2025, and that is ignition points boxes. We killed a few of them this weekend, and during late mods on Saturday, Joe Ader visited with Dan and I up in the booth, or on the trailer there, and we asked him, "Do you have a stash of old good boxes?" And he said, "Yep, I sure do." So is this a thing, a problem, and is there a opportunity in the marketplace for somebody to come out with something that just flat out freaking works and could step in here? I'm a little bit surprised that no one is.
Yeah. I know it was a point of conversation with helping some of those mini rods last year that was a big subject talk. You talk about guys that have been in the game a long time. Talk to Bob Boyd with the Leishman team. He'll say it right in front of everybody that these newer ones, and it's probably no secret, the newer ones are a problem.
They are.
In what way, I don't know. I'm not a spark plug guy, but it's a problem that is facing that blower crowd. And if there's a solution out there, what is the solution, and how can we get to it fast enough? And like you said, there has got to be a place in the market where people can take advantage of it and find a solution that everybody can go on the track every time.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I 100% agree.
But that's a good point. I did not think about that, but it's a good point of notice where tractors that are going to go on the track every time, Bauer and his teammate or other ones indifferent, random death in the middle of the run. But it's going back to that points box deal. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what
Mr.
else we
Cook,
got.
Motion Race Works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Motion Race Works, actually,
they got, well, for one, if you've seen they come up with a new fuel pump product, that's going to be nice to see what they can do with that, especially if some people in the polling world can use that if they want to.
Yeah. So, what's everybody's thoughts on Cleetus McFarland going tractor pulling? And he's not jumping in a mini, but he's jumping in a twin engine mod right off the bat. I kind of thought if someone was going to do something like that, I figured mini rod would be the place we'd start him at least.
I got a question for
he would probably want that, but I think he's making the right move, and I'm excited. I think it's going to be an absolute awesome opportunity for us to present our product to a giant audience that just doesn't know and hasn't seen it. I think this is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great get. It's a great get. I don't know who in the world got it done. I don't know who contacted the right people, but I mean, I gotta give it to Cleetus too for taking on the challenge because he's got to go down to Texas to drag race. I think he's taking 3 cars this weekend anyway.
Sure. No, it happened through Chase Richardson. I don't know the intimate particulars. I was not a part of those conversations, and I don't need to be, and that's fine. But that's how it did come together. And what I'm secretly hoping for, and I want to present this, or if I don't, I hope someone else gets to, is to get him to call someone else out to be next up to do this. And I guess my guilty pleasure would be that he would call out Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you thought the Dale truck was fun, come on out and do this, bud.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, well, he's got a connection. He'd probably call out his sponsor, Doug Cook Emotion, right away. Be like, "Hey, Doug,
yeah,
this is your next market, man."
Between Doug Cook and now his new deal with Richard Childress Racing, I mean, he's got the contacts to make something like that happen. I think that would be awesome for us to get one of those guys over here and try this.
Yeah. I mean, it is a totally different audience and what he shows as well on his YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, I've got guys at work, like they don't know much about motorsports as a whole, but they know about Cleetus.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see how that goes about.
Yeah, you thought about
if you're not following his channel, I would tell you probably ought to. His content is, I would say, PG, not necessarily rated G, but it's something you would be comfortable showing to your kids. And he's
brutally honest a lot.
He's brutally honest, but also just the infectious fun that they're having. I can't watch one of his videos. I've been a subscriber for years, and I wind up watching every single one of them with this big stupid grin on my face because I just feel the fun that they're having, and I'm excited for that to come over here and be a part of this.
It's probably one of his intentions are pure with everything he does too. I mean, he does,
for sure.
He does everything with intention, and purpose, and does that. And he doesn't do something half-ass. Let's be straight. He's gonna do it with damn near everything he's got. But I have an odd question I have for it. Who's the taller one out of the drivers? Is it him or Chase? Because both of them are tall. Let's be real here.
I've actually met Garrett. I think he is taller than Chase.
Is he really?
Yeah. There's a reason they call him the giraffe.
Yeah. Here's somebody that's going to be able to give us a little more indication as to how all this came about and all that kind of stuff. Jason, what's going on, dude?
Hey guys, thanks for having me on tonight. So
yeah, all right.
Charles, I feel like I just went to the airport a couple of days ago. Did you guys know Charles stayed up all night Sunday morning? And I woke up at 4 a.m. to take him to the airport, and those guys are still drinking in the kitchen. So
yeah, it was a long night, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
Hi, Wyatt. Hi, Shane. Hi, Charles. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for all the promotion, guys, of our events down here. It's been we've had our ups and downs the first weekend, and we're on a positive high right now. And then the Cleetus announcement, it should be freaking amazing. Have we ever, Charles? You're more of a historian, but I guess Shane and Wyatt are too. But even as youngsters, have we ever had like a legit celebrity, like somebody like this, Charles, jump in a pulling vehicle in competition?
Not on the Grand National level, no.
No, I would struggle to think of one. I would say no.
I mean, Jay Leno comes to mind. I mean, he did drive a Mini once.
Jay Leno drove a Mini.
For a version of a Mini.
Oh, that was his own Mini.
What's his name from Montgomery Gentry drove a 2-wheel drive truck in Kentucky at one point too.
What? I
Who
know
is that?
I know what you're referencing, but I can't remember the name either, dude.
It's not John Mike. Is it John Michael? Did he drive it?
No, John Michael's his brother, so it'd be.
Oh, hang on.
Candace says it's Troy, not Eddie.
Oh, Troy did it. Okay,
Here it is.
Yeah. All right. Troy
Thanks,
Gentry
bud.
did it.
Yeah, that Jason, how in the world did this come together? Like, you don't have to give us the total ins and outs of everything about it, but
Chase is obviously what Chuck Ford heads, Gainesville. We had
okay.
stuff on display down there. Stevie Fast, just I don't know the exact circles, but somebody talked to somebody, and Chase Richardson got Cleetus's number, and bang, he's flying in Friday, and Chase is going to go pick him up at the airport. We're going to bring him out here. And he's hook number 7. I mean, when you saw the draw today, I saw Charles posted on it. I know of Cleetus, but like I don't consume a lot of content, guys. I'll be the
you
first
don't
one
have
to say that.
time.
We post a lot of content, but I don't consume a lot of content. But Charles, and Charles and I talked about this because Charles had some insight on this before this got announced. But I cannot believe is it the Cleetus Nation, the hashtags, the it's just fun. I don't know what else to say. It should be wild. What I want people just at Dirt Motorsports, we can handle 10,000 people there. So I don't want people to think that we're going to sell this thing out. It's going to be standing room only. Hopefully we're power washing bleachers right now, getting final setup. Tomorrow should be the final setup day. This should be, if this isn't a jolt in the arm for pulling, I don't know what could be, what else could be out there. It should really open up. I mean, it's not like he's jumping on a garden tractor, and there's nothing wrong with garden tractors or something like that, but he's jumping on a 6,000 horsepower Grand National light modified tractor. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
Jason, I was talking about this before you came on air. I don't know if you heard it or not, but what I really want to get out of him is a call out for somebody else next to come and do this behind him.
Yep. No, and that's what it's going to take. And then hopefully sponsors see this, because that's what our sport is missing, is sponsorship at big level, big corporate level money. We have a lot of great sponsors that support the sport, but we need that top, that's whatever CEO 100 or top 500 type sponsorships, the big stuff. Get in here and really get after it to support, because I love pulling and I want to pull for more money, but I don't think pullers should have to pay for it. Okay. We already do enough. We already spend enough money on these pulling vehicles. And that's where I want to get to, where it's sponsorship. I love what RJ is trying to do with the high stakes series. It's the idea of it, but I don't think we should have to pay $11,000 or whatever to enter something and like that. So hopefully with sponsorship coming in, we can get the money up with it to make something happen. So I'm pretty excited about this.
So Jason, what do you think this does as potential for opening up your market here? So is he going to get to come in and do like is he bringing a crew to do like a YouTube video to release?
Yeah,
like he normally
I believe he is. I mean, I don't know a lot of details. Chase has been the only one talking with them. But I would assume I think somebody said he's bringing 8 people is what I heard.
Hell yeah.
So I would assume it's other YouTube.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He'd be crazy not to. I mean, that's how this guy got here. You know what I mean? So it should give us good exposure for the sport.
I would think
I hope to bring the whole crew. I mean, seeing Ellis George and Jack Stan Jimmy and Ty and Zach and Mr. Sam, I think that would be wonderful for us.
Yeah. I would assume, because they're flying in here, Charles, and then they're flying to Texas out of here.
Yep.
So they're flying to the Satsuma.
Yeah, I saw somebody left a comment last night. Somebody left a comment last night. They were like, "Oh, he's not gonna be able to do both." I'm like, dude, I don't think he would.
He's got a helicopter plane, whatever.
He commented on that, saying, "I got a plane, brother.
I got a plane. I got a plane, brother. I got a plane, brother." I think that's what he commented.
Yeah, I think that was what you call the
classic example of people don't need to talk unless they know what the fuck. I mean, shit's going on.
Well, and I reached out to the gentleman that I know, Matt, really well. I've hired Matt to work for us in the past.
Yeah.
And I just think there's some things, and I immediately said to Matt, like, listen, do you think we would have posted this? Do you think we made this up? So that's where you have my phone number, because you call me when you need stuff. So I know that you know my number. Yeah. Matt worked for us at the North Carolina State Fair, did a good job with the Kyle Petty interviews for us, because we were spread out. We were spread really thin that weekend in Raleigh last fall. So I think that at that point we want to be smart and do stuff like that. So comments are good. Comments are bad, right? I mean, that's comments are what make a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a TikTok post go viral, a YouTube. You need to get people to comment. We need to get our sport elevated to that next level. This is a chance to get the eyeballs on it, guys. So really excited. And this facility is awesome. It's a former track. It's owned by Mark Kelsey, who's from Illinois. Wyatt, what's the name of his 14? No, Just Add Dirt.
Those
the
that dirt.
1456 Grand National Light Super. It's out of
Yep.
Cheez-Ix.
Yeah.
He brought Georgia Clay into this track. You guys saw that we had a good track in Zellwood last weekend. There is sand in that track in Zellwood, but they
y'all
put
did.
55,000 gallons of water into that track last weekend.
You know, everybody said that. Everybody said that would never work, but what they
Right.
did in Zellwood was amazing. From
So
somebody.
what happened
Yes, it
was,
was.
Zach, what happened, Zach, was in 2020 during COVID, everybody had their best crowds ever, right? Because
Been there,
everybody
done
wanted
that.
pulling. Right. Zellwood wanted to have a pull. They had their super pull, but they never have ever dug that track ever. So
You
they
gotta
got to do all
dig
that.
it.
So, yep. So
Yeah.
what happened was they never dug it. It got hard. Jeff Hurt came down. A lot of the mini guys came down, just destroyed tires, just destroyed them. So the track got a bad reputation. We started going down a couple years ago, and then we started ripping the track and putting some moisture into it. And then Mark Kelsey built Freeport's track last year. Mark Kelsey built his track, and Charles saw what he can do. Guys, I don't know if you watched the live stream, and Charles was there. Front ends were in the air.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some sand in it, but we proved that we can do it. And Charles, there was some good ground speed. I don't know if I was busy, helping with ticketing and everything else. I didn't get to watch a lot of the poll, but things were moving, Charles.
Yeah, we don't know, but I mean, I would say the minis were easily clocking 35 miles an hour, no problem. I mean, we were scooting.
Vaughn likes to go fast.
Jason, is that
Does
something that
anybody
we
have-
can actually work on, is getting like a speed board at some point?
Yeah, I've
That's
heard Charles and Dan. I've heard like Charles and Dan jump on the NTPA radios and like ask for a speed. I don't know. I really don't hear speeds ever much in the live stream trailer. I hear that like I think at outlaw events I hear speeds more.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you one thing from the IPL standpoint. Our speed board under the distance board, the fans like the speed board better than like the distance board.
They do.
100%.
Yeah. This coming from the announcer perspective, it's adds something else to talk about, and letter B, as a driver perspective, you kind of have an idea of what's going on or what you did wrong as well.
If anybody has questions about the event, how to get tickets, the live stream, please pop them up.
Yeah,
there, Shane,
sure.
Because I want to make sure I get all that out there. We have a live chat at fullpoll.us. We did sell out all of our camping spots, so no more camping spots are available. But you can buy tickets at the gate. We do cash your card at the gate, and it's just outside of Satsuma, Florida. It's called Just Add Dirt Motorsports Park.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Cleetus will be there Friday only. The event is both days. He could only come in on Friday. So I really want to stress that, because I don't want people showing up Saturday expecting to see Cleetus. So we want to get the word out about that. And I don't think we have misled anybody on that at all.
No, I don't think so either. I think those videos made it pretty clear. But no, you guys overhauled the website too, and it looks fantastic. I was on it earlier looking at lineups.
Yeah, we have an amazing team. And then you guys, the NTPA app worked last weekend for results. A lot of people didn't know that was back. Ned had me looking at that. So it did work, didn't it, Kenzie? The
I
NTPA
forgot
app?
about the whole thing.
The NTPA app, it's
Yeah.
working again
Yeah.
for
So-
results.
Jason,
Did you guys
from
see Shane
y'all's
Kellogg's?
perspective,
You see
what
Shane
did y'all
Kellogg's
learn
comment
so
in that
much
post?
of from?
Oh, go ahead. I think we must have a lag, Shane. I think it's on. Oh, is it me?
I don't know.
Is it me?
Which one, bud?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Oh.
Am I the only
Can
one
you guys
who's
hear me okay?
crashing, or is it Jason?
I'm good. I think
Okay.
Jason, just go back with your thought first, and we'll go with Shane after that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Shane Kellogg's comment in the post? He said, "Who's Cleetus coming from a multi-time national champ?"
I did see that. I did see that.
That is the most Shane
So with
Kellogg
Kellogg-
I've ever heard.
Yeah, with Kellogg, he's either drinking and being a smartass, or he's like, "Hey, you guys need to give me attention and not him." So I don't know how all this.
So
shakes out.
I did see something on the lineups today, and I'm gonna let somebody else speak on it, but Tripp's coming down to drive Kellogg's truck.
Oh, is he really?
Trip Paisley's coming out.
That's on the lineup.
Is he?
I missed
Hang on.
that.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I haven't looked at the lineup yet.
Breaking news.
It's on the
breaking
full pull
news on the
lineup.
road.
So, Shane's
Hang on,
rig's
man.
already
If
parked.
Tony
All
Reed
the-
is watching
got
tonight, I got you, bud.
Who's watching?
If Tony
I said,
Reed's
if Tony
watching,
Reed
so.
is watching that, I got you, bud. But yeah,
Is he
Trips on the
really?
And all the
lineup.
super stock diesel trucks are parked in the inner circle, if you will, the infield. They're going to be all on display. Charles, I would say the super stock diesel trucks and the light mods kind of seem to be crowd favorites for cheering, or did you think everybody cheered for everybody?
No, I felt like they were equally cheered for, but I do think that there is a real sort of buzz around diesel super stock truck for this year and going forward throughout the whole summer. It's a class to watch. There's new people in it. It's exciting. New equipment. There it is. Trip
By the
Hazley.
way,
Wow.
I have confirmation. I just texted Trip, and Trip says yes, that is correct.
Awesome.
So then Shane has to
I'm
get back
excited
for
about
something.
that.
Then.
Is there a tie in
guessing
there, or
Shane
is Trip just flat out getting the nod to drive?
Hazley's and Kellogg's have been great friends for a long time. Do you remember what year that was?
22, I think it was. Bowling Green.
Bad at Bowling Green. They left Bowling Green and went to Fairmount, Indiana, and back to Bowling Green the next day.
Oh, they go to Indiana from Bowling Green.
Yeah, they went back to SWAT to fix
Okay.
to rebuild.
Hey,
Actually, SWAT
Mr. from Kentucky and Mr. from Kentucky and forever from everywhere, they can beat a Bowling Green to Hazley's in less than 2 hours.
That's
Geography is not a strong point, but
look, man. Based off where he freaking lives, he is in like the golden point to go like any of the big pulls.
Who,
going
Shane?
on during the summer.
Yeah.
It's for where I'm jealous of where you live. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Jason's been down here for it's God's country, ain't it, Jason?
Oh, it's your event's great, and then you stay up all night, and people put hot dogs on your toter.
That got brought up the other day.
Do I even?
You
do
don't
I
even
even
realize they're
wanna
on there
know?
until you get home and they're cooked. And Wyatt's dad drove me down there.
yes,
So we
yes.
got-
If you ask my father that same question, he will.
A
Talk
couple
about
buddies of mine I went to bed, put wieners on Jason's CB antennas, and he got back to Wisconsin. The son of bitches were cooked the next day.
It was funny as hell.
It
Gary
was great.
Gary wanted to go to bed. Gary wanted to go to bed, and Zach said, "You're not going to bed. We decide." And we saw the sun come up there in Green.
You know, Jason, I was thinking, we had that deal in, God, it was like 2018, wasn't it? Probably
17 or 18, yeah.
that
Which
had to be
one?
one of the. That had to be. It was a memorial poll for a kid that committed suicide, and that had to be one of the first times that you paid for you pulled for a upped purse for light limited pros, I would think.
Yeah, there was 27 of us. I
27
got
of us.
second. Bushwhacker got me that night.
That was the
He
night
had
I
an
drove
early hook,
Thorn.
and I had-
That was the night I
Yep.
drove a red tractor, Jason.
Yep,
Wait,
I
you
remember
drove?
that.
Wait! You went against your religion and drove a red tractor?
I drove Thornhill's tractor that night. It broke an injection line. That was after the sled ran out of fuel.
the sled. Okay, I've heard of a lot
Yeah,
of things happening in a pool. I've never heard a sled run out of fuel.
We'd been pulling that long, Shane. Jason, how many hooks did we have that day?
A lot.
a lot.
I mean, we sent David Richards down the track with his 4-motor unlimited mod at like 1:30 in the morning. Woke the nursing home up that was 1,000 feet from the fairgrounds.
Oops.
Yeah.
Did y'all get a nice letter of "Don't do that again"?
No, we had Burge there. Burge was there with the diesel super.
Yep.
David was there with the mod.
Lockaload was there.
Was Super Rooster there?
Yes, he was.
Probably.
Yeah, Don Dean was
Yeah, he
there. We had a hell of a show.
Dude, how have I not heard about this?
It was a rough
You've
night.
never
Chris
told
Baker.
me about this pool.
Chris Baker, what
You
track
had- you had-
afforded and Ford.
You had to be there, I guess.
Yeah. Tell Chris. Can you put that comment up, Shane? Chris Baker's last comment.
Yeah.
So it was Satsuma. So last year. So Kelsey's had a good relationship with the Foresters, and they've been kind of bringing down some of their East Coast stuff. And then we had Outlaw 5.0s last year. 2 years ago, we had NTPA in with some Forester stuff. So yeah, a lot of the Forester tractors were down here. It was a blue brigade, as Zach would say. There's a
Okay.
bunch of them, light limited pros and light
And
pros. red Kems.
to Noah's comment there, I
I
really
don't know.
wish,
We've not
I
seen
wish that truck
O-line.
was going to be there for it. Those who don't know the story on O-line, The truck is actually owned by Dalton Tucker, who's an offensive lineman for the Indianapolis Colts. But I talked to Ethan Patterson this week, and he's got parts that have been ordered since October, and it's still not ready. So we will not see him in Florida, unfortunately.
Is there something in their NFL contracts, by the way, that they can't do certain activities outside of football?
Yeah, I've never
don't believe
asked
he's
that
driving
specific question. I don't know.
I think when they had him on no practice, he said that he's not able to drive it because of his contract, Shane.
I think you're right, Jason. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Well,
I got the producer of no practice right here, so
I
He
couldn't
agreed to
stand I could not stand owning something
Hi,
and not being able to
Kensington.
drive it. That no.
Hi, girls. Or Zach.
Wow.
wow.
I mean, they're both wearing blue and look like Smurfs. I'll give them that.
I would like to die when that message comes across my phone, Charles.
You know what? I'm thankful that you didn't say Papa Smurf with all the fucking gray hair. Thank you.
we can go with Kensington. I kind of like Kensington.
Oh, that's
good lord.
It's in my phone as Kensington now, just so everybody knows.
That's
Stupid autocorrect.
we talking to a lot of the pullers, they like the setup with this down here for 2 weeks, back-to-back weeks in a touristy area. Jaeger went gator hunting. Jaeger sent us a picture. It shot 10 gators. Shoot them. They had them all lined up. And I know some
Is that
people at
what
St.
Mayor's up
Augustine-
to? Is he gator hunting?
I think with Buck Ader. So Buck Ader actually doesn't shoot the gator; he just strangles it with his hand. So that's what he does. So
Jason, y'all are gonna have Thompson Square in Satsuma?
yeah, they're coming down with their new song "Bushlight." They might be singing the national anthem. Did you figure that out yet, Bettinger?
I hope so.
So we're hoping to get them to sing the national anthem. Kiefer,
Yeah,
and what's his?
I haven't heard that name in a while.
They got a new single out.
They have a new single out. I think they used it to do that. So will Randy
Sweet.
Davis be in Satsuma? Do you know? So I don't know.
Jason,
Randy-
what
Randy Davis can-
kind of off subject? What's the plan for Remedy this summer?
Grand National,
Mhm.
NTPA. First hook will be Evansville. Brand new look coming out. We're gonna have a whole new wrap on it.
I heard a rumor.
Yep. Don't.
We
say
always
it,
hear
'cause I wanna keep
rumors.
it-
I ain't telling anything, but
But I'm pretty excited.
I would be
And
too,
it's,
man.
getting the
Anything
new-
with the
getting
new
the new
scheme
Weimer.
exciting.
do
Yeah,
what?
getting the new Weimer pump on her, the big Sigma pump. She's gonna womp a little bit better, and Dad's gonna like it.
Ooh.
So
You gonna drive it all?
no, Dad's gonna drive it, and Dad and Doug are gonna drive it. So I have to
Dude,
work
you
for
gotta
full
drive
pulse
it
so I
at
can
least
pay for it.
one time.
I will sometime.
I
So,
hope so.
My son's getting married during Toma, and I think I'm gonna put
Oh.
Warren Ropp in this. So
Wait,
that
what?
would be
everybody knows
cool.
him. Yeah, Warren Ropp's my idol.
Did you
And,
get to see
you guys
him
know that.
on Friday?
I did not. I was so busy, Charles.
Oh no!
You guys texted me. Dan texted me, and then just busy running the gates and stuff like that. So it's all good.
So, Jason, what is some of the stuff that you guys learned massively from Zellwood that you're going to go into Satsuma with now, kind of being down there in the Florida stuff and doing it again? But you guys have kind of halfway done Satsuma before, if I understand it correctly.
Yeah, we've helped with Satsuma just from a streaming standpoint. Just never have a pull on Friday the 13th ever again. So just to be really honest.
Always seems to bite you.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't know anything was going on until like the pull stopped. If that's any condolence at all.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm with you on that. There's a lot of stuff. I like to always look forward. I always like to look forward, Shane. But yeah, I mean, you guys saw how we rebounded. We knocked out 70 hooks in 2 hours and 37 minutes Saturday night.
Here's something I'm going to say from a promoter and somebody that's involved in an organization. I don't care what organization it is across America. Everybody's going to have problems. You're going to have that one pull that haunts you for the rest of your life. And if people can't look past that, then so be it. But we've all been there and done it.
I think we all take, including myself, we all take Facebook comments too personal when it's our event, right? Like I'm part of a huge team that's putting on a huge thing down here. Just one little Lego in the castle, if you will. When it's our event, you take it more personal. Comments are what make the world go around, and opinions, and that's fine. You just have to respect that. Let people comment. Sometimes they look stupid. We, who were trying to grow the sport, we get mad when we see negative comments. I think it's unfortunate when other people from other associations make negative comments. I will never, ever make fun of another association if something goes bad. You know what I mean? I did share the sled jumper video. I did not post the sled jumper video, but I shared it. And then I called John Mears the next day and we talked about it, and I took it down. But it had already been shared 100,000 other times from that point of view. I don't ever wish bad on any promoter, on anybody, because for the entirety of the sport. I saw too many people from other organizations making fun of us on Friday night, and I'm just going to say why. Why would you do that? I'm not going to call anybody out.
Amen.
But I guess if you live in a glass house, and what is that saying? If you live in a glass house, don't
throw stones if you live in a glass house. Yeah.
And listen, we got thick skin. It was a rough Friday night. We were pretty embarrassed. We fought through it, and we rebounded. We put on a monster show Saturday. I stood at the gate and talked to all the fans that came up, and we talked through it with people. There were some disappointed people, but it's like when people were making fun of Fort Wayne for the smoke tube break-in. Like, really, guys? Do you think that Yoder just said, "Yep, I'm going to get the Pro Stocks in, and I'm going to get a smoke tube, and it's going to break"? You know what I mean? Like, the amount of money that Rush Yoder spent to put that pole on, you guys, it's stupid. You know what I mean? Let us
did it again.
I think Shane.
Bye, Shane. Nobody needs anyways.
Bye, Shane.
No, the kid doesn't.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, Jason. It's 100%
right.
think it's a testament to the team that was assembled to go down there. That we identified the issues, and no egos got in the way. We addressed everything that we could to the best of our ability, and delivered a show on Saturday that we could stand behind and be proud of. Yep.
So it's been fun talking to all the pullers, Charles. And you've been down here, and you're coming down again here in a couple of days. But I hope it's something that the fans will support down here, and we can do it again and again and again. So
I think with the crowd from watching the live stream, the crowd that you guys had on Saturday night, and even the crowd you had on Friday night before the curfew deal, proves that Florida wants to see polling.
Yeah,
and they want to see the Grand National level.
Look at what the crowd that Ocala gets. I mean, it's huge crowd, and they run naturally aspirated minis and hot farms. Agreed, 2 great classes, but we're bringing in the number one comment I heard at the gate was, "I cannot believe this." Like, when they pulled in, Charles, our gate, right when you walked in, the way the staging was, Zach and Wyatt, right in front of them was the light mods and the super stock diesel trucks. I mean, there were the kids' eyes, and when they were starting them up, it was just wild. And it was good for them to do that. They had a record crowd Saturday night in Zellwood. They had never seen that many people in Zellwood in our life. If you saw the drone shot that we got of the parking lot, we ran out of parking. And that's the first time that's ever happened there. So this is our first year.
The number of families I saw walking around in the pit area, the number of kids who went into anybody's pit area, it didn't matter who. Multiple times I saw a driver just say, drop what they were doing, put the wrench down on the ground in the grass. Hey, come sit in the seat. Check this thing out. And thank you to all of you competitors for taking time out of your afternoon and stopping doing your maintenance to invite our fans to be a part of this and experience it. That was absolute gold. I will highlight Lindsey Campbell particularly on this. The tractor's busted. It's in a million pieces in the pit area, and this family comes up, and the kids are wearing, Chaos Fab T-shirts, and she's like, "Come here, come sit in the seat." The kid doesn't know that it's broken and doesn't care. All that kid knows is, this is my hero, somebody I look up to, and I get to sit in her tractor. How awesome is that? I loved it.
Yep. So, apologies, guys. Apparently, even if you
Shane Hunt, the host, is back.
Yeah. So apparently, even if you host it, I'm hosting this off. I'm off my phone now, and I'm also controlling the stream on my computer. Apparently, you can't let yourself back in if that happens live on air.
We didn't want you back in.
saying, don't worry, I've never ever had any technical issues ever with anything. So don't
I've
feel
never
bad.
seen it to where I can't add myself back.
Did Kensington
Dude,
have
having
you
a
back?
live stream every weekend gives me anxiety to the.
This is giving me anxiety now. This is a problem.
Jason, highlight what you want to highlight for the weekend.
Friday night, Saturday night, gates open at 3 p.m. Opening ceremonies at 6:30. You can buy your tickets at the gate. NTPA Grand National Truck and Tractor Pulling, light mods, 4-1s. 4-1s are badass humans, and I'm so glad they put them on the Grand National.
Hey.
I think light pros are cool too. They just need to get on the Grand National. That's all I'm saying, Zach.
Hey, I've tried. I've talked to the powers to be. And
I thought I got to talk, Zach. I thought you said I could talk, Zach. So
sorry. Go ahead, Jason. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt the Jason Schultz. Okay, I did not mean to interrupt the Jason Schultz.
I'm happy that I love you guys. You know that. Super stock piece of trucks, light mods, minis, and of course the 4-1s limited pros. So it's pretty neat. Florida, a lot of snowbirds down here. Charles and I know that. A lot of pulling fans that are retired to stay down here in the winter. And there's just a lot of motorsports fans in general. Yeah, a lot of motorsports fans in general is down here.
My mom and dad have been down there. My mom and dad have been down there for 3 weeks, and Dad would love to drive up there on Friday and Saturday night. But Mom, I think, told him otherwise that wasn't going to happen. But he would have loved to drive up there on Saturday night and watch.
Well, you should take your mom to have a martini lunch and put her down to sleep, and then he should just sneak away. So.
Yeah, they're heading home Friday, or I think he'd probably do that this weekend. So,
but the weather forecast is beautiful, guys. We're looking at the 70s. It was in the 50s today. We got some rain the last couple of days. It dried out today. Yes. Randy Davis is coming, right? In light mod, Charles, is that right?
I don't know that. He missed Zellwood, so I really don't know. I would love to see him. It would.
Somebody said there was 3 more haulers on their way. So.
Cool. It would be my first time actually announcing him. I have not had the pleasure before. He's a legend in the sport, and it would be really cool if he was there.
Does anybody know, did Forrester come pick his stuff up and take it home for Keystone, or is?
I haven't heard.
Because it was
Ocala, right?
At Farm Show, the hauler was still singing Ocala. That's all I knew.
Okay.
Oh. Hang on. I'm looking it up. He's registered for Keystone, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's gonna be a stacked show too, guys.
Hey, is our buddy Mike Weekland? Has he got the light pro ready for Keystone?
Yes.
You know? Okay.
Yeah. I talked to him the other night. He is rocking and rolling, pulling, ready to go.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, no, just the live stream. We have a yearly subscription now. I don't know if you've seen that. Charles talked about the other night there. We still have the monthly. So we're excited. We're excited to bring you championship level pulling here.
We'll be watching from Indiana. It's supposed to be 72 here this weekend. So,
Zach, we're going to have some fun on Saturday.
Yep. Kensington will be watching your expertise at running the show.
Hey, I do my best. Morally, I do my best.
Charles, you hit home run with that one tonight, bud.
I didn't do anything. That was all autocorrect.
I was like, he just really called her Kensington, and then all of a sudden there's a damn autocorrect. I was like, nope, it's stuck. She's Kensington now.
Yes, it is Kensington now.
I am sorry. I will apologize profusely in person on Friday.
Oh, please don't. It's great.
Chris Baker,
Chris.
That's the Jeremy Smith from New York that also lives in Florida, evidently.
Yeah, he lives in Mount Dora, just right outside of Zellwood, and he calls it underestimated.
Yeah,
we did an interview with him. Great guy.
He's
great guy.
I guess Chris was asking there.
Yeah, comes from the drag racing world too, right?
I guess
Yeah,
Chris was asking
Jason, I'm looking here. Forrester is registered for Mod Turbo and stuff, so I don't know. They'll be there some shape or form.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure Corey will miss Keystone though. They kind of got a lot to do with that.
Just a little bit.
Like they are the reason that thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, for sure.
Going back to that comment that Chris made, he was asking what that mod was before Simon's. That was Slaws. That was the Show No Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Well, Jason, thank you, sir, for coming on.
No, it was. I was glad. I wanted to get Dan on. Dan's our voice and our face of full pull. But you got stuck with me tonight. He was busy. So
Hey, it's been great.
Yeah, apparently I've
Charles,
learned about a
it
poll
was
I
great
didn't
to
even
hear
know
Charles'
happened.
voice with this too. So,
Yeah,
what's
we
that,
learned
Shane?
about Jason likes wieners on his CB antennas.
Zach,
Oh,
we might have
that's,
to recreate that at some point this summer.
I think there was wasn't there
used
one
to
on your
be fun.
windshield wiper too?
Oh yeah, no, you guys got everything that you can stick a wiener on, Zach. There's a wiener on it. So, yeah.
We sure did.
I used to be fun.
You know, the best part about
People
that
still
is
remember that.
Jesus.
we put that pole on that night. And I think David was the last checker down the track, like 1:30. And
Yep.
I forgot I had a flight booked to go to the Bad Boy dealer meeting the morning after that. And I think I pulled in the driveway like
You
at
didn't make
5:30 in the morning, and I did not end up at the Bad Boy dealer meeting. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Chris-
a long drive home for Gary Schulte and I. Very hungover. Very, very, very hungover. So.
Chris, the old Super B is actually tag team, ain't it, Jason?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I think that's the new chassis now.
It is.
I think he's
Okay.
been sold to somebody in Maryland. I forget the guy's name.
Okay.
But yeah, they're it's a trail. It's a trail.
Wouldn't you like
Yeah,
to know
definitely.
the lineage of all these chassis and tractors and put that together in a book?
Yes.
That's something Dan Mayer needs to do. So
Well,
I have
yeah,
the patience of
if
I have
Pulling
the
Reference
patience.
ever
You guys
comes
know that.
back, that we'll have that.
Every week
Well-
he says it's coming back.
Jason, I'll give you one that's even better. We were having this discussion earlier today amongst me, Zach, and Wyatt about all the guys who have been overseas, in some shape or form with their tractors that were American, and our list was actually really, really, really long, and some of them I had forgotten about.
Do you guys know Dolmans went over there with Hurricane
I
Alice?
forgot that one. I
I
forgot
forgot
that one.
that one
I
too.
forgot about
I
that
said
one.
Esden Lane, and nobody remembered that one, but I forgot
No.
Dolman's went.
Has Esden for
Yeah,
sure
Dolman's-
been?
Yes, Esden has
Yeah.
for sure been over there.
I used to be super close with Dolmans. They just because of my Alice days, and then they wired up my 4.1, the Remedy, back in 2015. So they did all
They've
the
still got
plumbing
that
and wiring.
thing sitting there, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah,
I do.
yep.
I'll tell you the other one I kind of forgot about was I forgot that Bauer had taken Crossthread to Ahoy, but it was also the
Yep.
same year that Bill Leichner drove Bobcat in actual competition over there and won.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Boy has
remember
seen
that.
a lot of American Polars.
Yeah, I know. And it just keeps growing and growing. You know, we've got Hildebrand going this year. Jaden's going over to Stroh and hers. Have they announced the second one that's going to Mata yet?
I've heard
believe
some
so.
rumors. I'm trying to
Schultz, are
remember.
you the other one going?
No.
I would
no.
know.
Yeah, Kenzie would know. I got invited the very first year when I first bought the tractor, and just we didn't want to send it over there until we got comfortable with it. So,
I guarantee. Well, I guess because
I mean,
Singletary is the other
you
one.
missed your season. You missed your season. So,
Well, Singletary is going to be over there with his new one.
But that's getting built over there, so I wouldn't
That's
consider
over there.
that.
Maine.
Yeah,
over there
okay,
already.
Fair.
It's the same lineage as Lamadas that came over here from Bowling Green. It's started
Yeah,
there.
for sure. I don't know.
hey Charles,
We'll keep an eye on
what
that.
surprised you this past weekend? Like any surprises, Charles, for Grand National stuff? Anything surprised you for starting out the season? Any of the classes?
I guess I don't know that it was necessarily a surprise, but we've already kind of highlighted it a little bit, and that is all of the young guns in diesel super stock truck, and these new builds and these young drivers, generational families coming along and really kicking ass. I am very, very, very impressed. I think it's going to be a class to watch.
Well, you've
I
got
agree.
this weekend alone between Tripp, Blake. I'm assuming Blake's driving again, flammable, and then
Yeah,
Jaden,
yes, he is. I was told at the San Pico sales conference, I was told that Marshall's driving the high stakes thing, and Blake is going to drive the Grand Nationals.
So that'd be 3 drivers under the age of 20 competing just this weekend down there.
Yeah,
And
I
That's
think
awesome.
I think a supplemental to that would be really the 4.1s. they're out on the national stage for the first time, and
Yes.
seeing the veterans be at the front and lead this thing, and I know it meant something to those guys to stamp their name into the record books as first time winners. Saturday night, actually, that's another thing. Saturday night, walking it off, Kevin Lindstrom and Adam Bauer, both classes walk off winners. That was cool.
Yep. I'm just happy the track held and it was good, because that's all the negativity and the hole punchers were saying about it, was that track's going to suck. And
Heard it all week.
Track didn't go away, did it?
Nope, sure did.
So,
Awesome.
I think we proved that. And Mark Kelsey and Scott Frieders was down from Sandwich, and Kelsey's down here, and those two guys. Well, Kelsey's a stud. Mark Kelsey's a super humble guy, but he's a dirt guy and he gets it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our original plan was to have Jim Miller down here, but Jim had hip surgery and he just couldn't make it.
The thing to me that probably stood out watching both nights is one. And Wyatt made this comment today in our group chat. The Superstock Diesel 4-wheel drive class is growing leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the new mini growth, if you ask me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then just watching the live stream and the crowd and knowing that Florida wants this and that I think it'll work down there, it was probably the thing to me that meant, the competitors. I know if Light Pros were down there, you bet you know what, we'd be down there. If I get out of this stupid state this time of year, I'd be in Florida to be anytime. Yeah, there's no question. But the crowd and what you guys did to bring pulling back to Florida, all you NTPA full pull, everybody, kudos to you guys. So
well, it's
Yes,
it's an absolute team effort between NTPA and full pull. I mean, there's not one
100%.
to do it without the other.
And
at all.
Jason, I'll flat out admit I was one of the ones that was really, really nervous about what the track would do, just because it's like you said earlier. I've watched those pulls where the mini raw guys tore up a bunch of tires and stuff.
Yep.
I was really, really happy to see that everything held together like that, because it's like you said earlier. We no pull needs to fail, because that's a reflection on tractor pulling as a whole instead of just one individual group.
You know what? It was impressed upon me on Thursday night when Figgenbaum made his test pass with Instigator, and I ran right up on the sled and talked to Bingham, and it was like everybody's about to find out. This is good dirt.
That's one thing I'm going to say that nobody said yet in this thing. Give the sled guys credit, for being the first time down there. I thought they hit it dead on. Yeah. The mini sled, Vaughn had a reset or two, but they hit it dead on. And by the time it was done, everybody had a great show and the distances were great. And by the way, the pull-off deal coming back, phenomenal.
At the end of the night.
I'm probably going to get scolded for this, but bring them back, folks.
Did you guys get to actually do that on Saturday, Jason? I was kind of
we didn't have any pull-offs.
taking the motor apart.
No.
We didn't have any pull-offs, but if they would have happened, they would have been at the end of the night.
That's the best idea ever. That's the best idea ever. Run them at the end of the night. Let them cool down. If we're going to do, the crowd loves pull-offs. I mean, don't get me wrong. None of us want to run our stuff more than we have to. But at the end of the day, we are there to put on a show. And if sponsors are going to step up and give you money to run a second time, absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah, thank you to Hot Shot Secret for stepping up and putting up $1,000 for whoever makes it the most times during the year. That's really cool.
That is cool. I didn't know they were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Jason, no noise ordinances or anything crazy like that this coming weekend, is there?
Oh, you had to go there. You
I was
had to
asking.
go there.
No,
I was genuinely curious.
No, Shane, hey, dude, you got to own it. When you step on it, you got to own it. And
Yeah,
it's all good.
we do.
And no, there are
Politics suck.
But obviously, I knew about that. Never in my wildest dreams I thought we'd ever hit a 10:30 with 4 classes, but we came back Saturday night with a vengeance, and we rocked it out of there. So
I'll be honest with you. Who sets a noise ordinance to begin with at 10:30 at night?
So we're gonna.
I've heard of midnight, but
I've been going down there. I've been going down there for 5 years. I've been going down there for 5 years. The last 2 polls they've had, there's a lot of residentials built up. Charles saw it when he drove in.
Yes.
We're close to Orlando, and it's just building up. And we were on county ground the Florida pullers have 6 antique pulls there a year. They're the ones, that helped us with get the grounds, and that's where it comes from. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Isn't it Wyatt State that's done the thing where no housing district can take over a racetrack or something like that? Didn't they put that?
The one thing Iowa's done right.
Hold on now.
Jason, you're from Iowa. You know how good the state can be.
Yeah,
when Shane talks,
it goes in one ear and out the other. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, we do a lot of good things up here, man. Don't you worry about that. We have a lot of good polls, a lot of good things, a lot of good ideas.
Oh Lord.
You guys,
there's states that have passed ordinances such as that, but really what it boils down to is like we were guests in their house, and at some point, were we prepared to tackle the noise ordinance and pay the fine or whatever? Yeah, sure. But we were guests in someone else's house. You don't walk in there and take a dump in their living room and then go, we'll clean it up later. You can't do that. That's not fair to them.
Metaphor.
Great metaphor.
Guys, pulling is in the best spot we've ever been. We have legit competition between two organizations with the merger of the NTPA and the Outlaws versus PPL. It's on. It is on. People are picking sides, and I say, let's roll and let's see how this shakes out because I love it.
The one thing I will say in that,
I love it.
From a puller standpoint, I just hope in the end it does not hurt the puller.
It's not going to hurt. How's it going to hurt the puller, Zach?
I'm just saying, I hope it doesn't.
But tell me how it would.
It is. Well, for example, if the rules get changed where one rule is different from organization to organization.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing.
That always goes back to the old Doug Roberts days. You always heard that Doug Roberts just did that to keep
Tom McConnell did the same shit,
Yep, no, they do that. Right?
What I'm getting at is today we've all got vehicles that are built to run to rules of each organization with the exception of goddamn Super Farm and four-wheel drive trucks.
Hold on, we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. Go on.
And four-wheel drive trucks.
I knew that was coming.
But that's the only thing I see that could hurt in the end is if, the organizations, left, right, whatever it is, put the ego aside, make the rules the same, then let us decide where we want to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they're all still talking like they used to. I can find out for you. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. It's going to be fun.
But am I wrong in saying that?
I don't think so. I didn't think the rule side of it, but I want more competition for pullers. I like what this is doing. Like if you want us to come pull, step up your game. Run good shows. Give a good track. Pullers, if a track sucks, don't go back. If it sucks every single year, you're the customer. And the promoters.
Well, the other thing, are we to the point in this sport where if you want the big stuff, you bid to get the big stuff?
I've heard chatter about that. I mean, not at any like official capacity, but
I'm not saying that at all. But if you want the unlimited, you want the diesel supers, you want the pro stocks, and another pole 50 miles down the road wants the same thing, boy, put it up and give the money to the pullers, and whoever gets it comes.
That's pretty neat. I
don't hate that.
I love the idea.
Yeah.
Zach and I talked about this a couple days ago. I really do like the idea.
So
I mean,
can I get on a soapbox for one moment?
I don't know.
Do it.
I don't know, Shane. I'm kind of busy.
Can we? Can we
finally get on a
please?
soapbox for once in his life?
Can we please unify the rules in super farms? I don't care which way it is.
Never going to happen.
Just pick one.
Why aren't super farm rules unified between NTPA and PPL? Why is there? Well, it's always been a cooler versus
Cooler thing.
Cooler and a slotted charger, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, the slot charger might be gone. So,
well, yeah, we're probably going smooth anyway.
Anything, well, with the exception of anything big, but the small charger stuff should have been, from a tech official standpoint, should have been smoothbore 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Sure. Chris Baker, isn't NTPA supposed to switch super farm rules to match PPL in 27? If they are, we ain't heard it.
You guys ever get like Travis Schlabach on here to talk about stuff like this?
Yeah, we had him on a couple of times. I haven't asked him about that.
Who's president of NTPA? Is that Petro or is that Travis?
No, it's not Travis. I'm pretty sure it's Jesse.
But that's my thing. And, you take the four-wheel drive truck thing, for example, the big cubes versus the NTPA cubes. It's kind of like the 4-1s and light pros. We run them at IPL. You keep us back at 320, 310, 300. We're right there together. When they can leg out and run is when they overcome the 650 stuff. It's the same thing in our group. If the sled can keep you back at 310, you're right there together. But when they can get up and run, use their horsepower, then that's where it becomes the issue.
So Zach, I want to devil advocate you on this. Why do we need unified rules across the nation?
I mean, I guess if you're going to have two groups of pullers, you don't. But let's face it, there's only a certain amount of us.
But how many hooks do you want a year? Because I like when association caters to their pullers, because there's too many. I agree with you. Because so when I started, before I ran the Outlaws back, so when Outlaws had the box turbo and was a smaller pump, Charles. It was it wasn't a 16, like a 14 millimeter pump or something like that, like in 2016, maybe 17, something like that.
And did anybody ever pull a plunger and check it?
No.
I'm
not a tech guy. But my point was, I only wanted to go to 1 or 2 outlaw hooks a year. I wanted to go to the State Fair, and I wanted to go to Rock Valley and Wisner. I wanted to go to 3. So they weren't going to change the rules so Jason Schultz would come pull with them. Now they did eventually change the rules. I think 1920 to more a national rule. And then we had some monster numbers, but 4-1s were crazy hot right after COVID. But now people are kind of staying home again. I think we had 2 or 3 years of just, holy cow, we get to go pulling again, and everybody went everywhere. Now I think you're starting to see people run their associations again, and you're going to have a few. Your Bowling Greens, anybody would do anything to pull at Bowling Green or Louisville or
See, that's what I was going to say. You make that comment, and I don't disagree with you, but for example, you take let's just I'm going to throw Super Farm guys under the bus because that's my
that's your favorite pastime.
Let's say Shane and Wyatt want to go to Bowling Green. They want to go to Brandenburg. They want to go to Hillsborough, and they want to go to Terre Haute. Okay, that's 4 big ones. Just I'm thinking Super Farm. 4 big ones Super Farm go to. They got to change to go. If they want to go pull at Hillsborough, they got to change. They want to go to Terre Haute, they got to change. Whereas if the rules were unified, if they want to go to them 4 events, load it up and go.
Yeah.
But why? Okay, let's flip it. If you're the promoter, Zach, then you pick the association of the pullers you want to have.
Fair enough. I agree.
I'll throw it right back at you, though, because I'll be honest with you, those rule differences is what's keeping me from going to some of the other places this year. I mean, this year, I'm picking one setup. I'm not switching back and forth. Letter A, I just hate to do it because, time is always
because
an issue.
3 clamps and a little fuel adjustment's a big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
I'll let you come do it, big boy. Drive your little butt from Indiana down.
I'll change that some bitch over any day.
I want these 2. I think I want a UFC fight between Zach and Shane.
So there's that, and then,
2 man enter.
Here's
1 man leave. 2 man enter. 1 man leave.
You get too much going on, you're going to mess up something eventually.
Here, I'll make it bigger than a cooler. I'll go to my world for a minute. When you get an organization that throws in components and doesn't ask anybody.
Dang it. That's what I was going to go to, is the components for you.
And then
dang it.
The other organization says, hey, guys, you got 3 years. We're going to do this. We're going to do it right. The component deal to me is a big thing because Tim Engler's told me himself the difference in a component and non-component. It's astronomical.
Sure.
And they only want to give us 150, 200 pounds. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Okay, I'm going to put that back to you, though. On a certain length of track, I don't think it matters.
I don't think that has anything to do with the length of track. Your horsepower, it's. I don't think the component has a damn thing to do with length of track.
It's a horsepower application thing, more or less, because you're more prone to be able to apply power with a component than you are an ag or in.
I mean, I've got an Engler chassis in my cast tractor. It'll hook up with either the best cast tractors around. But you still can't replace movable weight.
Yep. You can put it where you want it.
Jason's been there for this 4-1 when he had it.
Yep.
I'm trying to find results
His
from
4-1
last
was
week.
built probably as close to my Light Pro as there was with the chassis and everything. And
100%. When Hearts put that together, it was the shit.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to find last week.
I want to go to bed, but I just want to say this. You guys, the next 2 years are going to be flipping awesome for the sport of truck and tractor pull.
I agree.
Grab it.
Hey,
embrace it, support it, go to pulls because we have legit
momentum.
There's a billionaire in our sport now, boys. There's a billionaire that wants to play ball, and he's making everybody step up their game.
Don't forget, we're heading into the gaming realm too, buddy.
Yeah,
I know that.
You would
Jason, thank you so much for coming on.
I love Tecmo Bowl. Okay, I love Tecmo Bowl. That's my kind of game.
It's gonna be fun.
Jason, thank you, bud. So
what just happened?
Guys, polling's great. Let's keep it. Let's just get more fans in the stands, more eyeballs on live streams, and let's get some sponsors.
Good luck down there, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck, bud.
See ya. Bye, Kensington.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Bye, Ken.
It was great to be on your show. Thanks for leaving for a few minutes. It was way better when you were gone.
Bye, Jason. Love you.
See you guys.
Oh, man. Well, that was a lot of fun, boys. Wow.
I say we went there.
Zach, I'll give it to you. That was a good idea. I'll give you that.
Anytime you can collaborate with people that are doing good for the sport, hey, I think it's great.
Yeah.
And before we sign off here, Charles and I talked about this today. Kind of been highlighted tonight. Don't bash on somebody so you've A, been there before and done it yourself, or B, give them the chance when it's their first time there. Just please don't. Grow the sport. The bashing's got to stop. The hiding behind a screen name's got to stop. We're all here to do the same thing as grow the sport of track and tractor.
Sure.
People can make a mistake. We've all been there. Every organization's done it. Every promoter's done it. I had a mistake last year at my hometown event because of something that was out of my control. But you make the best of it. You fix it the first night, and you go the second night, and you make a home run. So just stop with the bitching, guys. Grow the sport.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't do good anywhere.
We all stood up and understood what the issues were and owned the suckage that we put forth on Friday night. And I'm here to say I'm sorry. I apologize. That was not what we want to do. It was not what you deserved. It's not what we intended to deliver. And within the 21 hours between it being done on Friday and starting on Saturday, within the best of our abilities, we're able to address all of those concerns and bring it back to what it should have been. It shouldn't have happened on Friday night, but it did. It absolutely did. And those who have, I don't care about the critics. They're entitled to their opinion, but there have been others also who have given us a little bit of grace and said, you know what? Yeah, you did turn it around, and thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys hit a home run on Saturday night. You went in there Friday night. I'm not going to say blind because it'd been done there before, but to this level, it had never been done there before. But even what happened Friday night, the level of tractor pulling, the level of promotion you guys brought to that area has never been seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And hey,
right,
shit happens, and we've all been there. We've all done it. You guys rebounded on Saturday night. You're good to go this weekend. Let's grow the sport and quit bitching.
Yeah. Yep. Hey boys, before we get out of here, what's this that I see?
Finally
is correct, sir. Mm-hmm. Look at the cut.
There's big things.
Be another topic that we get on one night again.
There's big things coming from the H&M pulling tires. Chad and Mark have one thing in mind, and that's to build the best brand there is to build, and both of them will do it. And Chad's a great friend of mine, and I'm proud of him for what they're doing. And I think they're there to compete, and I think you got big things to come with that piece of rubber right there.
I do too. But boys, this one's been a longer one than I planned on it being. About an hour 45 is a longer show. Yeah,
It's the
Zach,
Schultz,
we're gonna
it's
be
the Schultz
watching.
effect.
Yeah, Zach, we're gonna be hanging out watching Satsuma this weekend on Saturday, ain't we?
Yep, absolutely. We'll be rooting Charles on down there. And Charles,
We'll
one
be
thing
there
I'll say
next
before we
year.
get off here, and I text you right after it was over on Friday night. Hate you didn't get the opportunity on Saturday night, but your driver intros on Friday night with the USAC PBR mentality to it, second to none.
Yeah.
it's
We talked
fantastic.
about that. I definitely want to make that a thing the rest of
needs
the
to
year.
be.
And yes,
'Cause
I loved doing that. That was fun. It was fun for me.
I watched the High Limit rerun from Las Vegas last night, and the similarities
won?
were unbelievable. I don't even know. I fell asleep, but you guys, that driver intro, driver intros have happened a long time pulling, but it's been boring. Oh, here's such and such, well, driving the such and such. You guys, hey, he hails from, wherever it is, driving the 2-time Grand National. You took the USAC book and you threw it at it, and it worked.
Yes,
it was our first time. It was our first time doing it. I think to do it again, it'll be better. Total credit where due. That was Phil Kelly's idea, and we ran with it. All credit to him, and I want to do that some more. I loved it.
You got to do it this weekend, because that's something too that I think that nobody that organization or that place down there that doesn't see polling all the time, they love it.
That's what they need to see,
because they do see dirt track racing. They do see USAC 3 weekends a year at the Winter Dirt Games. They know what that is, and to bring polling into that, it was phenomenal. You guys, you and Dan did an awesome job, and Ron Stone is a great asset to your team. He may not know the NTPA guys, but his sponsorship, his voice, phenomenal.
National Anthem was fantastic.
National Anthem, second to none.
He'll come along. He said that. He's like, I don't know these guys like you guys do, but he's gonna learn them. I'm glad for the alliance with them,
great.
with Kyle Petch too, coming over and helping us too. That's really good. It's an asset to our team. What did you guys think about the music?
We couldn't really hear it on the
that.
live stream. The live stream, we couldn't really hear it. I could hear it in the background. I think you're onto something there. But I think, and I don't know if there's a way to make this happen. This might have been a Jason or Kinsey question. If you're going to feed it to the crowd, you need to feed it to the live stream too.
The other thing, the one thing I was really
something there then in the mix. All the audio was going to the trailer, so there's something in the mix then that needs to change. That if it was weak, interesting that you would say that. My conversation was with Phil was that he thought it sounded good in the mix down into the stream, but I guess maybe that wasn't the case. So.
It was very faint, I guess I'll say, from my point. But I think the music's great. I think anything we can take from what they're doing overseas, because let's face it, they are doing a phenomenal job overseas when it comes to live stream and stuff and their promotion. We're getting there. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Yeah, the whole full pull crew is light years ahead of anybody else in this motorsports.
Yeah, I meant to ask, did you guys see the have you guys watched any of the pull from Denmark the indoor pull that happened over there? Well, there's something I want to show you guys specifically because I want to try this.
I've caught strays coming through Facebook, feed, but I've not really paid attention to it. No.
So there's something specific I want to try on the smoke.
Shane, I don't like this angle of you. Your face looks like hell.
Now that you say that, Shane, that smoke tube edition is actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Charles, when you leave to head back down?
Late Thursday night.
You get your little car to drive?
Do you really just say my face looks like heck?
I'm excited for my car because I really want to see what the wheels and tires that are on it are all about, because that's what I want to put on my Golf R. I want some first-hand experience with some rotiforms. Let's do it.
Sure.
What are we watching US Bank for?
Because ads are stupid. And I skipped another ad. Okay, YouTube, if you're listening, can we get less ads? Be great. Thanks.
How do you think people like Cleetus McFarland make money that they can come out of our event and actually do shit like this? Because of ads. Come on.
Hit the button, Shane. There you go.
I hit the button. Thank you.
By the way, they pack every crowd over there, by the way.
Yes, they do. Look at this sitting here on the smoke tube.
Man.
I want to see if this is possible.
Do not show that to Clint Tucker. You will get barred.
Yeah,
Will
you
I?
will, because he tried that.
We've been there,
Did he
done
really?
that.
Yeah,
Dude,
that didn't work.
that is a bad time in Clint Tucker's life.
Yeah, don't do that.
I was
I
there.
brought my chair.
Charles, were you there?
Yes.
When
Terrible
was
day.
this? Was this
Probably
before I really came
2010.
around?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
didn't
definitely
work.
way before I came around then.
No, it did not
Yeah.
work. Bad deal.
He's like, no, don't. Just don't.
Yeah, no. I hope Clint's not watching because you're going to get a text.
He was earlier. Did y'all see the Dugan's bringing out his pro mod? Yeah, Durana. It's out at Durana Dragway now, testing actually. I don't know if he's trying to get his license for pro mod.
Well, he's
Or
got
what
to
he's
get a
doing
license
there.
before he drag races at all.
Yeah, that car is absolutely beautiful though.
It is
Yeah,
a
it
beautiful car.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, boys, y'all have anything else you want to add into this before we
Nope.
get out of here?
Support the sport. Buy the streams. Whatever you got to do it to support the sport.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
everybody. It's gonna take us all. And yep, absolutely. There's no shade thrown against anything. Like, it's gonna take us all, man. Support polling. Just get behind it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that'll do it for this one. We may be having another show. We may do a show at the truck show itself, actually. Haven't figured out all the details yet. And we've still got more details on Bounty Pro polling to come. I just got another video into my messenger as we were on the show, actually. He's been working on some more things as far as physics and paint jobs and how everything handles. And I really liked what I saw this last video. So until then, we will see y'all next time. And thanks to all y'all for being on here tonight. And we will see y'all next time. Peace.
See ya.